What's up, guys? J.R. Raymond back again, coming to you from Classic Lanes in Rochester Hills, Michigan, home of MRB Classic Pro Shop, where I drill all my stuff to, because Mason is nice enough to let me use the shop and do whatever I need to do here. So pay him a visit whenever you're in the area. But today we've got the Alpha Jackal by Motiv that we're going to take a look at. We went with a little bit different layout on this. You'll notice I'm going with some longer pins because I'm noticing that those pin distances allow me to do a whole lot more, and they're a lot more versatile for me. So this one's 85 by 5.5 by 50. And I base everything off of what my halos were, because my halos are my benchmark balls. Those are the balls that I use the most right now, and those were 70 by 5.5 by 60. So this is a little bit higher first number and then a little bit lower third number. So we're going to see if we can't find something just a pinch different. This is an asymmetrical core, so obviously the first number does matter on this. And the Jackals are the most popular bowling ball line in the Motiv line, is from what I've understood, from what people are telling me. So it'll be interesting to see this thing go down the lane. I've never drilled a Jackal. This is my first one. So let's see what we got here. So stay tuned. All right, so just like before, I wasn't able to do live commentary during this, so I'm going to narrate through this for you because there was music in the background and the music screws everything up, but that's okay. You can actually still see everything, and it's still uncut. It's still all the actual shots that were made one after another. It wasn't anything cut out of this. There wasn't anything to dupe anybody. These are always going to be ball reviews to where you'll see every single shot, whether they strike or not. You'll notice there's some bad shots at the end, but for these first, like, I don't know, 5 shots or so, this ball was really impressive. This thing did some things that I'm not used to seeing out of any ball other than, say, like a storm ball. Now, when I say that, I mean storm balls have a tendency to really scoot through the front. They're really super clean in the front. You see them pick up in the middle of the lane, and then they all of a sudden, it's like they pick up speed and then they just go left. And not very many other bowling balls do that, but I think Motiv found one here, because this ball, when I'm throwing this, if you watch this next shot, let me see what it does here. If you watch it, it'll scoot, and almost like it picks up, and then it just goes left. Now, this was actually not a very good example because it was the 4-pin that I left, but maybe on the next one. I think the next one was a really good one. But early on, you could see the ball just float through the front, kind of start to read the middle of the lane and slow down a pinch, and then it looks like it picks up speed and then just goes through the pins nice and hard. So this one, yeah, this is one right here. You can watch it. It kind of looks like it picks up speed there at the end of the pattern, and then it just turns left and drives just dead through the center of the rack, and which is absolutely what you're looking for every time you're drilling a ball. You want the ball to continue through the pins as best as possible with as little of deflection as possible because you don't want to, obviously leave those corner pins. Now, that one deflected a little bit, but I'm still in my weaker hand. I'm still in a end over end type ball roll, and it's still finding a way to go through the pin. So that one runs over the 9-pin rather than like splitting the 8-9 or going just to the inside of that 9-pin. This one actually just runs it over. So, and still kicked out the 10. So that's a good sign. If you can get the corners to come off the sidewall like that, you're in good shape. And same thing there. I'm still in a weaker hand position here. I'm not doing anything crazy with my hand. I'm still forward with it, and it still does that little speed up jerk down lane to go through the pins and to basically store as much energy as possible. So it's pretty cool to see. And that one still deflects. So you can see as I'm getting left, it is starting to deflect a little bit. So there's going to become a point where I'm going to have to get my hand around it. And this one, I got so far left, I set it right down in the left hand dry, because this is just a typical league pattern. So you set it down on the left dry, it's going to hook immediately, and it has no chance of getting there, getting to the right, or in this view right here, getting to the left. So you run into a little bit of trouble. So the next one, I try to loft it over it, and we get it going a little too far right. So it's not going to recover from there, but we'll make the adjustment here coming through, and we'll get it to get through the pins the right way from there. So here I'm getting my hand around it now. So this next shot, I'm going to really get my hand around it to get it to come off the dry down lane and make it through the pins. You'll notice here, which is a pretty good shot. And scoot, and you see it run right over the right in between the 8 and the 9. Splits the 8-9 again. Watch this. Spling. And it actually almost looks like it finishes behind the 8-pin, which almost is too much drive. So it's a good sign either way. But man, this ball was something special. And then you go straighter with it, it floats through there and still goes through the pins and just right through the middle of the deck. So again, this is one of those balls that you can do whatever you want with it, and it's still going to go through the pins. It's pretty amazing. All right, there it is, the Alpha Jackal by Motiv. I can understand why so many people like that Jackal line. This, like I was saying through the video, you could see how this ball was very Storm-esque, how it had that, it sped up at the back part of the lane and really went through the pins hard. A lot of the Storm bowling balls like to do that, and I think that's what a lot of people are kind of always going for, is to get that drive down lane that Storm has. And I think that's why sometimes Storm, their shiny balls seem to do really well. And the surprising thing is this wasn't even a shiny ball. This was a duller ball that seemed to still react like that. So that's good news. So I'm going to use this one in bowling combat, I think, at some point. So it's going to be cool to see how this ball reacts when I shine it up. Maybe it'll be that much better, or maybe it'll make it go straighter. I'm not sure, but we're going to take a look. We're going to see. But for now, that's what you got. Make sure to head over to BowlerX.com. Get yours today. I'm pretty sure they're available now, or at least they're up for pre-order. So make sure to go check it out over there. And until next time, guys, we'll see you later.